It's been brought to my attention that when I do my videos, we have some people that come on and would like to make comments and say, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. Or, I had one lady that come on and say, hey, she don't know what she's talking about. I wear quick weaves all the time and my hair is below my bra strap. So she don't know what she's talking about. So I decided to do another video on the most dangerous hairstyles, but I think that it needs to be more photos for you to see what actually happens in the aftermath. And then the aftermath, you get to see, like when you're taking the quick weave down, what it actually looks like. A lot of you know what it actually looks like, but you still will do the process. So I know it's triggering, and it's not to point out to think that I'm better or anything like that. It's not. It's not about judging. It's about making awareness so we can do the necessary steps to do it properly. And also the main goal is to take care of our hair and to make sure that we can still wear those hairstyles. We can still wear hair extensions, right? But we have to do it in a way that our hair we don't compromise our hair, right? That we lose our hair. That's it. So if any of you feel triggered when you see something and maybe something is working for you, that's okay. But don't come in and try to make women believe that, especially us Black women, believe that traction alopecia, CCCA, is not a real thing. It is. It's millions of us that are being affected by it, and they're starting as young as 2 and 3 years old. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick. I will not try and keep you guys here long. So we know about the tight box braids, right? So the tight box braids, the knotless braids, the boho braids, which I actually like, right? What does the aftermath look like when it's nothing wrong with wearing any form of extensions, except when you already see that your hair is starting to have breakage, or you're noticing bald spots. That's when we need to stop and say, hey. So I needed to show you, maybe you're not sure and you're like, okay, I do have some thinning or whatnot, but what does that look like, or whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it as simple as possible for you to understand and see, all right? So with the box braids, you will notice thinning edges, because a lot of you, even though you may say, oh, I don't let them touch my edges, a lot of you are putting the alcohol with the edge control on there. And the edge control may have alcohol. If you find one that doesn't have it, that's great too. However, it's getting product buildup. A lot of times, how you just like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do something, with my edges. Now you run out the door. So you keep putting that product on and it's causing product buildup, right? So you'll notice thinning edges. You'll also notice, we call it catch scratch partings. That's visible lines. Like we can see the parting of your hair, and that parting starts to get wider. Bald patches at your temple. All right. That's another form of alopecia, those bald spots at the temple. Sparse, weak hairlines that will not grow back quickly. So if you notice that your hairline is more very, very fine, and you notice that's not growing back as quickly, those are signs that you need to stop wearing. And what's the problem with the tight box braids and then boho braids and those different ones? It's the weight of the hair. And remember, if it's too small or it's too heavy. So when you're putting it on there and then you have that weight on certain parts, especially here, it's a different type of, it's different from your point, the pivot point of your hair going forward. It's more fine hair. You'll notice a lot of us, not everyone, but you'll notice a lot of you may have thicker hair going back from that top part back. It'll be thicker. And if you notice the front. So because you have that is going to become an issue. It's going to cause traction alopecia, permanent hair follicle hair loss, all right? And that's what we don't want. We don't want the receding hairline. A lot of you have it now, that the receding hairline, that is what's affecting you. You look at these pictures, you can see that these young ladies are experiencing this at a very, very young age, and it's happening so common now that we have adjusted to it, where we're now gluing braids around the bald spots. And that's a big no-no, because I'm like, okay, I see you gluing it, and then they have that, they're advertising that, hey, you know, it's here in Florida. They're advertising their services. And I'm like, y'all don't see something wrong with this? I get it. I understand the psychological issues you may be having, but no one is suggesting, hey, go to a dermatologist or a trichologist, right? Or a licensed professional hairstylist, cosmetologist. Not someone I see now, you guys are saying, I've been doing hair for 13 years. I've been doing hair for 15 years. Ask them, where's the license? I don't care how long you've been doing hair. If you don't have that license, that means you don't have the education. You only have a license or a, what do they call it? A certificate saying that you can style hair. That's it. So don't get the two mixed up, all right? Next, we have the quick weaves. I really wanted that to be last. So I'm going to talk about the quick weaves last, because that to me is the worst. Lace fronts, wigs. I saw someone say, hey, we should push more of the glueless wigs. I was like, that's a really good point. As long as you don't forget the hair underneath, you're washing it, you're treating it, you're doing it weekly, on a weekly basis, and you want to wear your wigs, that is fine. But you want to tend to your hair just as much as you tend to those wigs that you're wearing. So if it's glueless, that's even a better thing than having to put adhesive on your hair, because the main reason with our community is that no one really checks and realize that, hey, this could be no one pays attention to the fact that, where is this adhesive coming from? You're going to the corner store, you're buying adhesive, they have the spray. I had a person tell me that she uses the spray, so it's better. It's not better. It's actually, you don't know what's in it. You're supposed to be using hospital grade adhesives for your skin. So that's why we're seeing a lot of hair loss, right? So you're going to be missing edges. There's no way you can tell me, if you're doing that and you've been doing that for the last 6 months, and you have a full head of hair and your edges are not thinning out, this message is not for you. This is for those that are using that method, that are doing with the glue, getting the glue adhesive, or whether it's the spray that tacks on and lays it down flat. If you don't have any hair thinning, this message is not for you. You're right and I'm wrong. But if you have been doing it for at least 3 to 6 months and you notice your hair is thinning, it's going towards permanent. You'll see a shinier skin around your hairline that is equals to, guess what? Scar tissue, ladies. It's serious, all right? Baby hairs disappear completely. So now you can't even do the whole fumbling. Now, if you notice now, they have baby hair prosthesis. Now they can glue the baby hair on and give you that little mustache, whatever they call it. They have that now. That's crazy. Baby hairs are now a renewable source. All right. Next, even I know, and I like this, I like these. It's called the micro links, which is like K-tips and those different things, which is fine. However, be mindful, breakage, it can cause breakage at the beads, right? Attachments at the attachment points, and lines of split ends going upwards. So even though that's a great method, your scalp is free. I like that method, guys. Your scalp is free. You can wash and those different things. Anything that's like micro link, where they're attaching to your hair and they're gluing that hair, you got to still remember that your hair is still there. It needs to be treated. Don't forget your hair. So when you take those out, you'll notice a lot of breakage and a lot of thinning. And that's because the ends are still splitting. It's going up in there. And if you're using micro links, those are the ones where you put on